Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. This is a video on daily news and editorial analysis, which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express. The most important and relevant news that is important for both prelims and mains examination will be discussed in this session. Let's get started with news topic list. Today is 6th of July. The first news is Center asks state to boost the paddy sowing, something important for a country like India where the consumption is high. Second panel suggests increasing tenure for the House Committee. This was a study that was conducted by the Rajya Sabha. We'll see the detail about this as well. Third, Sweden and Finland signed protocol to join NATO. This is again very important in terms of expansion of the NATO amid the recent ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. Fourth, Gujarat plan for the restoration of Bani, Grassland. This is something important for your prelims examination. And the last is an editorial, the way to control tuberculosis. Apart from the editorial and news discussion, at the end of this video, there will be MCQ based questions. These questions will be based on current affairs that will help you for the upcoming prelims examination. So without any further delay, let's get started. And if you're new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, if you find this video informative and helpful, do not forget to press a like button. The first news of the day, that is Center asks states to boost paddy sowing, something important for General Studies Paper 2, that is government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from a design and implementations. So in order to boost the sowing of paddy in our country, the center has asked all the state government to take steps to increase the sowing of paddy in the wake of the report, which quoted and which represented that the sowing area of the paddy in the country is shrinking. Right? This is again a concern for a country like India, where majority of the states are looking forward for the paddy. Now, addressing the conference for the state food minister on the nutritional security of India, the Union Minister for Food and Public Distributions, उन्होंने कहा that international demand for rice and wheat has increased and the state need to increase the sowing of the paddy in this Kharif season. Definitely, government will also provide incentive to this, but it is very important to ensure that large states are sowing the paddy for the season. Now, data on paddy की अगर बात करें, the center data on paddy has been shown that 43.45 lakh hectares till July 1, and this is which 27.05 less than compared to the last year, that is 59.56 during the corresponding year. तो ये comparison है ये 2 सालों के पिछले साल के, और this is for the current year. Now, which states is the biggest rice producer in our country? You can see West Bengal is the largest producer of rice with 15.30 million ton, and these are the states. You can see the production level, the color code are mentioned. Even you can take the screenshot of these images. Now, state with the highest production of rice in the last 4 years. So this is a comparison. You can see West Bengal is among the top, followed by Uttar Pradesh, then followed by Punjab, Odisha, and Arunachal Pradesh. So the difference of the production level, but although West Bengal continued to be the single largest producer of the rice. Now, demand by the states, basically Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat are the two states that have urged the central government not to supply wheat in place of rice because the demand of rice in the states are high. But both states has also urged the center to reconsider the decision to replace wheat with rice. Right? Considering the food pattern of the state, the rice is the dominant. Now, National Food Security Act के अगर ranking को देखें, Odisha secured the first rank in the implementation of the National Food Security Act. Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh stood second and third rank respectively. This was an index which was released by the central government. And special category के अंदर त्रिपुरा एक ऐसी state है जिन्होंने first rank हासिल की है, followed by Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim that has stood second and third in the position. So this is something factually important not only for the UPSC prelims examination but for many other competitive examination also. Now, intention of this ranking, the National Food Security Act would lead to a healthy competition among the states, and the center would launch a similar ranking for the procurement too. The index denote only the efficacy of the targeted public distribution operations, जिसको TBDS भी कहते हैं, and not reflected in the hunger if any malnutrition, both particular in the state or the union territories there. So the main aim of the ranking is to ensure a healthy competition को promote किया जा सके, right? If you're writing in mains paper, you can even use this as an example. Now, finding shows that the most states have fared in the digitalization, Aadhaar seeding, and e-post installations. And the other news, panel suggestions increasing tenure for the House Committee, something important for General Studies Paper 2 under the topic Parliament and State Legislatures, Structure, Function, Conduct of Businesses, Power and Privileges, and Issues arising from it. So the Rajya Sabha Secretariat, via its new study, has recommended that the increase in the tenure of the PSC, that is the Parliamentary Standing Committee, from 1 year to 2 years. So this is what the recommendations, that from 1 year it should be at least 2 years. And it further called that committee are should to discuss the majority of report by the Parliament, right? The panel was actually instituted by Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu, and the panel was given the extensive report to studies on the working of the Rajya Sabha Secretariat, जहाँ पे procedures बातें की गई हैं, और इस कमिटी ने अपने studies में almost 130 recommendations दी हैं, right? All 130 recommendations are not important for you. Even it is not possible for you to learn all 130 recommendations. कुछ important recommendations जो आपके exam के लिए ज़रूरी होगी वो मैं आपको बताऊंगा. So first, like improving the functioning of Rajya Sabha, the Rajya Sabha Secretariat has demanded a makeover for the quick decision making and delivering the services that should be transparent, monitorable, and accountable manner. So these are the key 3 component and factor that should be kept in mind for any demand, or you can say overall अगर functioning की बात करें राज्य सभा में तो ये 3 बातें जो हैं सबसे ज़्यादा अहम होनी चाहिए. Now, what are the recommendations that has come up by the study from the Rajya Sabha? The new study have recommended that the field visit should be increased from 2 visit to 10 days, right? जहाँ पे पहले अगर बात करें पहले 2 दिन की होती थी और 10 दिनों की होती थी, उसको बढ़ा करके अब 3 days और 15 days करने की बात की गई है. Earlier it was 2 visit per day, 2 visit per day. Now they have recommended 3 visit for 15 days, right? So this is the new recommendations. Now, standard structure of report has also been suggested by easy understanding. The report has prepared an extensive consultation with the senior and middle level officers of the Secretariat and senior MPs. Now, the report suggests that the existing 10 hierarchy to be pruned to 5. Even जो पहले 4 layer थे, इसको अब 4 to 5 layer करने. पहले ये 10 level की hierarchy थी. Now they wanted that from 10 it should be reduced to 4 or 5 level, right? Now, for enabling work environment, there should be an employee which should be equipped with IT gadgets, workspace, residential accommodations, regular social cultural event, and quarterly newsletters. Moving to the other news, that is Sweden, Finland signed protocol to join NATO, something important for General Studies Paper 2 under the topic Bilateral Regional Grouping and Agreements. So the member states of North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also known as NATO, they have signed an accession protocol for Finland and Sweden after the Turkey lifted a veto against the historic Nordic expansion. So this would be something very important for your mains examination. And this news is although globally important all for all the students who are also having the PSIR as an option, right? तो आपके लिए काफ़ी ज़्यादा important है. Nordic countries कौन-कौन से होते हैं मैंने आपके साथ discuss किया हुआ है. If you have watched that video, it is very good. If not, you can check it out. तो prelims में आपसे Nordics country के बारे में expansion, उनकी map और से related questions भी पूछे जाएंगे. Now the move paves the way for the what is expected to be the lengthy ratifications till date. इससे इतनी NATO की expansion नहीं की गई है बहुत टाइम से, and they must unanimous among the 30-member alliance. The next step will be to approve the 2 countries' membership in the legislative institutions of each member states. Now, shift in European security की बात की गई है. After the Finland and Sweden accession to the NATO will mark one of the biggest shift in the European security in the decade, further increasing the Russia's strategic isolation in the wake of expansion for the neighborhood Ukraine, which was there in the February. So Russia invaded Ukraine in February. It's almost 4 years down the line. Still, the war is continued. Now, Sweden and Finland has also expected to lift their restraints on selling the weapons to Turkey. Now, this is a map. You can see Russia. This is the Ukraine. And Russia never wanted an eastward expansion of the NATO. Now, the Finland and Sweden has already been almost there. Finally, would be joining the NATO forces, and these map is very important for you, right? These are the current member, the blue in dark blue in color, and the light blue in color is about to join, right? सो आप इसके मैप पर ज़रूर देख लें एक्सवर्ड एक्सपेंशन हो रही है नाटो के कौन कौन से मेंबर कंट्रीज़ हैं दिस ऑल वुड बी अगेन वेरी मच रेलिवेंट फॉर द प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन नाउ टर्की की वार्निंग की बात करें द हाउएवर टर्की प्रेसिडेंट warned that NATO summit in the Madrid that the Finland and Sweden must keep their promises to mate to the Turkey in deals of ratifications will not be sent to the Turkish parliament. So जो भी negotiation हुई है टर्की के साथ उसको implementation at the earliest की बात की गई है. Now moving to the other news, that is Gujarat plan for the restorations of Bani Grassland, something important for General Studies paper 3 under the topic conservation, environmental pollutions, degradations and the EI. So the Gujarat Forest Department has planned to restore almost 10,000 hectares of the Bani Grassland in the coming years and every year with the coming decade. तो जो गुजरात गवर्नमेंट है उन्होंने प्लान किया है रिस्टोरेशंस करने की एटलीस्ट 76,000 हेक्टेयर for this like almost 2497 square kilometer with high biodiversity area that has already been restored by the 10,000 hectare over the past couple of years. Now restorations की कैसे प्लान की गई है the state plan on the restorations of almost at least 76,000 hectare in 2497 square kilometer which is a high diversity area and I've told you this for the couple of years. The Bani Grassland has also flagged by the Prime Minister in its keynote जहाँ पे उन्होंने यूनाइटेड नेशंस हाई लेवल डायलॉग्स के डिजर्टिफिकेशन लैंड डिग्रेडेशन और ड्रॉट में ये बातें कही थी सो इट बिकम इम्पॉर्टेंट बिकॉज इवन इट वॉज हाईलाइटेड एट द ग्लोबल लेवल राइट एंड द टारगेट इज टू रीस्टोर ऑलमोस्ट 26 मिलियन हेक्टेयर ऑफ डिग्रेडेड लैंड बाय 2030 राइट सो बानी ग्रासलैंड के बारे में जो स्पेसिफिक फीचर्स हैं दोज ऑफ यू हु आर हैविंग ऑप्शनल ज्योग्राफी मेक श्योर यू आर थॉरो विद दिस प्रीलिम्स के लिए भी काफ़ी चीज़ें इंपॉर्टेंट है. The geographical area of Bani Grassland की अगर बात करें the Gujarat constitute almost 4.3% of the total geographical area distributed in 8 district and 3 climatic region. तो कच्छ सौराष्ट्र और सेंट्रल गुजरात में ये सारी चीज़ें ऑलमोस्ट डिवाइडेड हैं. The majority of grassland in Gujarat is found in the Kutch district. Bani Grassland was declared as a forest protected in 1955 under the Indian Forest Act of 1927. So these are some of the factual information that would be relevant for your prelims examination. Now Bani Grassland की diversity की अगर बात करें it has 40 species of the grasses. 99 of the following Bani pine is home to Indian wolf, jackal, Indian fox, desert cat, hyena, chinkara, nilgai, boar. So these are some of the common monitor lizards. ये सारे ऐसे animals हैं जो वहाँ पे पाए जाते हैं. Bani is also 273 bird species in the year with a good rainfall and it's home to thousands of migratory birds also. Now moving to the editorial of the day, the way to control tuberculosis, something important for General Studies paper 2, issues related to development and management of health. So this is editorial which focuses upon the revised National TB Control Program and I'll be simplifying this editorial by 5 important subheads which include National TB Program, flaws in the program, eliminations of TB by 2035, control of tuberculosis and the way forward. So TB की अगर बात करें, tuberculosis is the worst among the endemic diseases, killing almost 1.5 million people every year. This is across the globe. Globally ये report है जिसको WHO ने publish किया. इंडिया की बात करें, India is considered to be the capital of TB in the world and the disease kill almost 1400% per day. Now there's a gross estimations that the health management system has no method to count the exact number. The number is definitely going to be there on the higher side. Now National TB Control Programs की अगर बात करें, which was started way back in 1962, was a district-based one with a private participations जहाँ पे BBB model पे काम की गई, but actually it was not that successful. However, the upscaling model proved unsuccessful and the program failed to control the TB. उसके बाद WHO ने रिवाइज्ड नेशनल टीबी कंट्रोल प्रोग्राम्स लाइन जहाँ पे कुछ एक्सपर्ट्स ओपिनियन और नए एपिलॉजिकल जो स्टडीज़ थी उनको लाया गया फॉर रिच एंड पुअर कंट्रीज एंड थियोरेटिकली कंस्ट्रक्ट ऑफ द टीबी कंट्रोल डिज़ाइन. बाय 2018 इंडिया रियलाइज the light at the end of the tunnel. We should be exclusive to control it. Even गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने बहुत हद तक डिपेंडेंसी दिखाई WHO की, जो कि इंडिया के लिए बहुत हद तक सक्सेसफुल नहीं. Now, some flaws in the program. I'll be discussing some flaws. There are 3 flaws. So, revised national TB programs में कहाँ खामियां रही हैं. The program is heavily funded by the government, and there's no prescription method to monitor the trajectory of the TB control. तो financially जो इसकी monitoring होनी चाहिए, जो executions plan होनी चाहिए, उसमें failure देखी गई है. Second, the assumptions that the treating pulmonary TB patients would control the epidemiology fallacious, which is in India. इंडिया की अगर बात करें टीबी के कंसर्न में, एज आई टोल्ड यू, इज द कैपिटल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इन टर्म्स ऑफ ट्यूबरकुलोसिस डिजीजेस. इंडिया इज अ हाई बर्डन कंट्री. लार्ज proportions of adult carry TB infection in the lungs, that is dormant condition for the life later, or it again become latent to them. Third is the revised national TB program that has failed to elicit the people partnership in the TB control. यहाँ पे जो participation होनी चाहिए, जो awareness होनी चाहिए लोगों की, वो awareness कम काफ़ी ज़्यादा थी, right? And in India, AIDS control program, the public education was given to the high priority. अगर आप example लें, compare करें AIDS और TB को, तो AIDS पे काफ़ी ज़्यादा ही awareness campaign लगाई गई थी. Red Ribbon Club in India and colleges and its legacy was there. Without people informed participation, stigma and delay was there, which has helped to continue. And even for the reason AIDS is very, the program of AIDS control was successful, TB में उतनी ज़्यादा सक्सेस नहीं हो पाई क्योंकि एडवर्टीजमेंट, लोगों के पास अवेयरनेस, ये सारी चीज़ों की कमी थी. द रीजन बीट इट हैज़ लैक्ड, एंड इवन फॉर द डिस्पाइट द ह्यूज फिनेंशियल बेसिकली जो एलोकेशंस की गई गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, उसके जो पोटेंशियल रिजल्ट्स आने चाहिए थे वो नहीं हुए. Now, eliminations of TB by 2035, although Prime Minister announced that by 25 will be chasing the target, but again WHO ने 2035 तक की बातें कही हैं. Let's see whether India is going to achieve this or not, because this is a promise that has to be kept, considering the fact that India is the world capital for the tuberculosis. Now, controlling TB, controlling means refer to the reductions in the disease burden, जहाँ पे उसको कम किया जा सके, जो predetermined level है उससे कम और उससे कम टाइम में ट्रीट किया जा सके. Globally, the burden of TB has been falling by 1% to 1.5% a year. Now, again, some conclusive action, some holistic program and policy is required so that we can control it at earliest possible. Way forward की अगर बात करें, eliminations refer to achieving the zero frequency of the new cases. This is the first and foremost priority for the state government, for all the stakeholders and the central government. Now, high control is achievable as the measure of the assets, by the way, for the revised national TB control program is there, and trained states and district TB officers are already on their job. बस उसे हमें उस लेवल को, जो खास करके उनकी जो एक्सपेंशन, जो ब्रांच एक्सपेंशन है, वो करने की जरूरत है, so that it can reach out to the other clinic as well. And the army of community and the field worker has to be there, and they should impart awareness and knowledge so that people could get their vaccinations. जो भी उससे related diagnostics हैं, वो सारी चीज़ें पूरी हो सके. So, in a nutshell, awareness and proper implementation is the key to the success towards the tuberculosis and make India free from the TB. Now, moving to the MCQ questions of the day. Before I proceed, just to tell you the answers of yesterday questions. For first question, the correct option is C. For second question, also the correct option is B. Today's MCQ for practice, World Sustainable Development Summit के बारे में आपको बताना है. ये ऑर्गेनाइज की जाती है ग्रीन पीस के द्वारा. The theme for 2021 was redefining common future, safe and secure environment for all. Do check it out for the correct option. Now the second is Shramik, or you can say Shramik Shakti Manch. It's a dynamic portal for mapping the Shramik MSME for the other industries, and it's use algorithm, artificial intelligence tools, and provide analysis for the training program for the Shramik. So which among the following is the correct option? You have to check. This was all about for the daily news and editorial analysis, followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, you can let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video.